The 2008 season was a year of changes. After losing the championship twice to Sebastian Loeb, Marcus Gronholm retired at the end of 2007, with Ford promoting Jari-Matti Latvala to the top team from Stobart. Loeb dominated the season, winning 11 rallies that year, with Mikko Hevonen managing to stay close-ish to the Frenchman by virtue of his amazing consistency.
The Finn scored points in every round of the season. That was still not enough for him to beat Loeb though, with the Citroen driver winning the title in Japan. Latvala's year started with promise, with the Finn breaking Colin McRae's record for the youngest WRC winner by winning Rally Sweden. However, Latvala's season would be full of mistakes and crashes,
What's new, eh?
with the team even promoting Francois Duval
Yes!
for the latter tarmac rounds of Corsica and Catalunya.
Subaru replaced the lackluster Impreza S12 with the Eagle Eye Impreza mid-season, but the car would be just as underwhelming as its predecessor. It scored 2 podiums in 2008, one of which was in Acropolis and the other one was in Finland. Believe it or not, that was actually fewer podiums than what the old car scored before the introduction of the new one in Greece. Oh, and Suzuki was there.
Yep.
Is there anything else we can say about them that's not devastating?
Nope.
So heading to the 2008 season finale, Wales Rally GP, there was one small problem. There was actually quite a bit of frost and ice.
Yeah, and due to the FIA having strict controlled tyre regulations, Pirelli could not bring a tyre suitable to the icy conditions in Wales, so the drivers had to tackle the stages on normal gravel tyres. The opening day stages all had to be shortened due to the treacherous conditions.
Indeed, the opening stage of the event, Hafren, was first shortened and then cancelled altogether after the safety crews couldn't make it through the test. So the event started on the 4 km sweet lamp test, which saw all the top drivers break the thin ice layer on the road surface, meaning it led to an unpredictable leaderboard.
Exactly, Loeb was in 8th and Hirvonen was in 9th place. Leading the rally after the first test was actually debutant Sebastian Ogier, winning the first ever stage he competed in a WRC car. Ogier stayed in the lead after SS3, which was actually SS2, with Mads Östberg in a privateer Subaru climbing up to 2nd. Such were the conditions that P.G. Anderson in the Suzuki SX4 was up to 4th. Hirvonen was a lowly 11th, and things would get worse. The Finn would have a textbook RBR roll, losing grip on the water splash and rolling his focus. He would continue, but only after losing 4 minutes.
Mind you, we've all done that in RBR. Without the water splash even. Continuing on further up the leaderboard, Ogier first had a stall on the last hairpin in Sweet Lamb and would lose a good chunk of his lead. Things would only get worse for the young Frenchman, suffering from a gearbox problem which saw him go off the road in Miherin. Ogier was not the only driver to have issues. Duval had a massive spin, as did Östberg.
All of this meant that Latvala jumped up from 4th to 1st in a matter of 1 stage, with Loeb in 2nd and P.G. Anderson in 3rd. The last 2 stages of the day were a double run of the Walters Arena stage, which was held in the dark.
And it wouldn't be without drama. The icy conditions got out Chris Atkinson, who had a massive off, which left his Impreza in ruins. Team bosses held an emergency meeting after Atkinson's crash to try and see if an emergency tyre could be used for the rest of the rally, but nothing would come out of it.
Day 2 would start with the massive 30.7 kilometer Resolven test and would see a bombastic performance by Danny Soro of all people. The Spaniard went 18 seconds faster than everyone and jumped from 6th to 2nd, just 8 tenths behind Latvala, who suffered a slow puncture.
It was only a one-time thing, however, as he would lose 21 seconds on the next one and drop behind Loeb. With Citroen only needing a 2nd place finish to secure the manufacturer's title, the Spaniard was asked to keep it on the road to ensure the French team would win the title. And Citroen had a good reason to say that, as they saw both of their juniors go off in the same corner.
Loeb would slowly nibble away at Latvala's lead and ended the day just 7 seconds behind the Finn. The last day of the rally was set to be a thriller, as sub-zero temps meant the roads would be very icy.
Loeb was determined to get his maiden Wales Rally GB victory, and won both of the morning stages, to cut the gap to just over a second with 2 stages to spare. Loeb would go 9.2 seconds faster than Latvala on the penultimate test, but was then told that he'd been given a jump start penalty, much to the Frenchman's displeasure.
Hearing you've got a jump start.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, Loeb was sure his start was legit and drove like a madman on the final stage, beating Latvala by more than 4 seconds to secure his 11th win of the season.
And all of this was for nothing anyway, as the penalty was removed at the end. Not that it really mattered, in the end.
So yeah, that was a bit pointless. So in the end, Loeb won the rally ahead of Latvala, with Danny Sordo rounding off the podium. The pair scored enough points to help Citroën secure its 4th ever Constructors' title. They may not have known it at the time, but Petter Solberg, P.G. Anderson and Tony Gardemeister all scored points in what was said to be the team's last event in the WRC. Following the end of the 2008 season, both Subaru and Suzuki withdrew from the championship due to the effects of the 2008 financial crisis, meaning the championship would have just 2 manufacturer entries for 2009.
Yes, and if you want to find out more about that, go and watch The Big Short. I heard Margot Robbie explains why that happened in a bathtub.
Dimi, I don't think Margot Robbie had the end of Tony Gardemeister's WRC career in mind when filming that scene.
I'd like to think that she did. In any case, the WRC calendar was reduced to just 12 rallies compared to 2008's 15, and the championship would have to find more cost-cutting measures for years after. So anyway, that's the video guys. Let us know your thoughts on the 2008 Wales Rally GB in the comments below, and let us know what other rally you'd like to see us review in the future. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and we'll see you on the next one.